All right. So, Coleman, you have a view on reparations. What is your...
Yeah, so my view has been that black Americans that were born in the segregated South and lived through the Jim Crow system, like my grandfather and grandmother who are here in the crowd tonight.
God bless them, God bless them, God bless them. We should have them stand up, stand up. Where are they, where are they, where are they? Where are they?
Right there.
Oh, there they are, there they are. Stand up, stand up. Indeed, indeed, that's it, that's it. You're looking at grace, you're looking at dignity. Sorry.
So my position has been that that set of folks should receive reparations for a system, for living through a system that we all, I mean, most of us look back on with shame. But someone like myself, and the median black American is, I think, about 33, is like early 30s. Someone like myself, 26, born in 1996, should not receive reparations for slavery, right? That I'm 6 generations removed from. I've always felt it would be dishonest of me to pretend that I, Coleman Hughes, am harmed by something that happened that long ago. And it would seem to dishonor the actual people that suffered and were never recouped. And there's no precedent I know of in America or any of our peer nations for paying reparations to the 6th great grandson of whether it be the Spanish Inquisition or any genocide victims of the many genocides that have happened throughout the world. At some point the opportunity is missed, and an obsession with the fantasy of being made whole is somewhere behind here, right? Like some people imagine there's some point we're going to get to where we are going to be given something and we're going to feel that the scar is going to be healed, and I'm not sure trauma works that way.
And would that also apply to Native Americans who still today, their descendants still receive money for what was done to them many, many generations ago?
That's such a special case because land ownership is involved and reservations are involved in a way that I wouldn't really feel comfortable commenting on or making a direct analogy.
Fair enough. So now,
could I just say a word about his honesty, which I deeply respect, even as I disagree with the conclusions. But the honesty in terms of you making that distinction between your beloved grandparents and yourself. Because the argument is that reparations is like a tort in law, right? You got to first find out what was the truth of the damage done, and then you find out what the damages are and what kind of repair is required. Now, that's a process. We can't jump to the conclusion and see what we're going to end up. Let's just first find out the truth of the past. What was the role of slavery? Why was one slave worth more than most of the other objects that were on the market? Why was slavery as an institution more profitable than all of the factories of that day? Well, they were pre-industrial in some ways, yes, but also because it was the economic foundation. And after slavery, there's neo-slavery. That's what Jim and Jane Crow was, right? Massive neo-slavery with American terrorism, the public face of that. And then you got the GI Bill with my father. Right? The GI Bill was what? Excluded what? Well, so first, Social Security excluded what? Agricultural laborers and domestic maids. How come? Southern elites in the Democratic Party did not want it to apply to black people. So Social Security is one of the great progressive acts, but it didn't apply to black people. Then you got the GI Bill. Well, my father and others go to fight for the country, but still have tremendous difficulty gaining access to the benefits. So that when you talk about reparations and damage done, it's not confined just to the barbaric slavery between 1776 and 1865, but this racism is continuing. By the time it comes to your house and you say, ooh, mine is much less than my grandparents', you're absolutely right. It is much, much less, no doubt. And if you didn't want to take it, I can appreciate that. Very much so. I'm not sure I would necessarily take it, but I fight for the truth. Because I'm not in it for the money, I'm in it for the truth. I want to find out what happened. I want to find out how do you go about repairing it. The same kind of question you raise to indigenous people. We don't know the answer to those questions. because we haven't pursued. We can't even get an apology, let alone a serious investigation.
Right.
You see what I mean? So it's just a matter of how committed are we to the truth? The condition of truth is to allow suffering to speak. If you don't want to hear the suffering, you're not interested in the truth. You're interested in your own individual project. Oh, that's a different issue there.